Welcome to bexbugoutsurvivor. Really treated myself this time for a bit of ground camping, and what I have is something for my ground tarp setup. This is the Neo Air XTherm Max. I went for this because it is reflective and will reflect my body heat back to me. Does a fantastic job as well. Let's see what's in the box. As you can see, the stuff sack is much bigger than the pad to accommodate it being rolled a little differently. It came with an inflation bag. Without the inflation bag, I've counted 20 breaths to blow this up, and I keep losing count every time I use this bag, so I don't know. A repair kit, which I think I'll have a closer look at later because I haven't seen it properly myself. I don't think it's the old glue and patches. I think it's something else. All the information on other products that they do. A warning here for suffocation for infants under 15 months. 5.7 is the genuine rating, 490 grams, and it's 51 centimeters across the shoulders by 183 long, and I'm 173, so I've got 10 extra centimeters on this max pad to lie on, and that seems quite accurate. So folded into its thirds and rolled is giving me here 4 inches by 9 inches, which is 10 centimeters by 23 centimeters. But all you want to know is it warm? And how much did it cost? And is it comfortable? So they're the questions I'm going to answer on this. And I'll give you at the end my honest evaluation of this pad, because I don't have stuff given to me. I'm not scared to tell you if I don't like it. If you watch channel, I give very honest opinions of kit, and I'll tell you if I don't like it. Let's blow this up, and as I do that, I'm gagging for a brew. I'm gonna treat myself to a cup of tea.
Beats music.
And usually a much smaller cloth would be used underneath this. This valve fits over into this hole in the silicone. I'm just going to turn the bag inside out, makes it a little easier, and pop that through. So open the valve by unscrewing it, trap some air and blow it from the bag to the pad. If you want to do direct breath inflation without the pad, it's perfectly safe for your pad. There's a rumour going round that it could damage your pad, grow mould or fungus inside, but there's very little evidence to support such a thing. Thermarest certainly doesn't believe in that and actually tell you it's safe to blow directly into the pad. Pull that off, twist it, and if you want to add a few extra breath inflations to make it firm, you can. I like mine quite soft, and I'll explain why. And part of the biggest complaint I heard before buying one of these is it's too noisy. As we know, Mylar has a crinkly sound. If I put it directly to the microphone, however, once I'm on it, that is just not an issue. If you were being put off buying one of these because you think I can't live with that sound going on as I'm lying and turning. I've never had an issue with it. I think the noise issue is something that's going to affect others around you if you're camping with a park far more than it ever will yourself. So if you like lightweight and being warm and you're a solo hiker, don't be put off by buying the X-therm range. It's not that loud. This is 30D nylon, and if I flick it over, this is 70D nylon polyurethane, a lot tougher. And have a look at the IPK sheet. It feels exactly the same. Obviously the IPK sheet here will have a lot thicker denier, but at 70D this is fine. Just gonna have a quick brew. I'm gonna take my boots off. So it only remains for me to tell you now how much it is and is it comfortable. Now the price can vary. I've seen them from £204 to about £181. That's UK sterling. I used Price Spy, who claimed there was one out there for 111. When I looked, it was 181. But there you kind of prices, so shop around. And you're also going to want to know if that R rating I think is accurate and whether or not I can feel any undulations from the ground. Sweeteners in this, because if I dare put sugar in the comments section, the sugar police start crying. No, you shouldn't have refined sugar. So I got tea this time with sweeteners. It is warm. It is like a mylar material and it is designed to reflect my body heat. I have other camp mats and I've got one that uses goose feathers, and you know it's warm, but it doesn't reflect your body heat. It doesn't radiate it back. This does, and it is an immediate effect. You feel that. Oh man, lovely. Still a bit hot. Yeah, so the effect of its insulating value is immediate. With other mats, you kind of have to let them warm up with your body heat. This reflects your body heat straight away. So you can see the shoulder span here, and I'm quite a broad guy. You're also going to want to know what's it like for side sleeping. I've never felt the ground underneath my hip. Obviously the flatter the ground the better, but it's got twigs underneath the mat and everything and all kinds of undulation. It's a nice mat to the fact that as I lie down it undulates to conform to my body shape, and none of my other pads do that. Usually in any other pad I would have to put a pillow in that little gap in the small of my back to stop air coming in, but this, when I lie back, the other part of the pad fills that void. Here's the small of my back, and and it does an amazing job of displacing the air so you don't get cold spots. This is the view above me, a very old yew tree. So if I had to rebuy it, would I? At over 200 quid. Yeah, I would. What I look out for is a really realistic R value. I think 5.6 on this, I think it said. And it feels more. That's why I always say to get the stats from the company themselves, then shop around once you're convinced that this is the one you want. I'm blown away by mine. I think it's a realistic R value. It's really comfy. It's really nice and warm. It's the pack size I want. It's also the pack weight that I want. And there are lighter in the range if that's the way you want to go. I'm going to take my pad and just fold it in half again, and just bring a knee onto it to help the rest of the excess air come out. So there's 1/3, there's the other. And I'm going to incorporate the pump sack into the roll. I'll wait until I'm pretty close to the top. Pump sack folded in its half. So let's roll this in as well. Blast of the air. Now it didn't come with reflective cord. I put that in, and I put a much smaller cinch toddle in. I'm not a hyper lightist. I just want everything to go in the 25 litre pack with my top quilt, and I'm a tarp camper in summer, and this fits into that pretty nice. One of the warmest pads, one of the most comfortable. If you want the extra 5 inches, go for the large, not the regular. That'll cost a little more. But all in all, it's light enough for what I want. It's warm enough for what I want. Take you right into winter. I'm going to use this all the way through the year. The letter R indicates regular. The other is the large, and it's about 5 inches wider. Now this is just about big enough for my shoulders. The price point, it's a lot, isn't it? But I do have a blizzard blanket, and that's a reflective, and that's the best part of 30 quid just for a reflective blanket. Is it comfortable? Yeah, it's one of the most comfortable because it fills in the contours of any air gaps under your body. I can't feel the undulating ground. It's great if you're a side sleeper because your hip doesn't bottom out. It's small enough and light enough to do a bit of bivvy camping for me. Now there are lighter that Thermarest produce, and there may be even warmer, I don't know. But Thermarest claim that their weight to R rating value is the best in the world. But if you're measuring the grams and the ounces there, then you should be looking more towards the Thermarest, like Uber Light and things like that, or the 3/4 length. And I like mummy shaped pads to go inside my sleeping bag. Little mouse. A little dormouse. Yeah, I like them to go inside if I have a mummy shape. This is rectangle. The reason I got a rectangle is because I use a quilt rather than a sleeping bag. Here's my quilt, by the way, and once I put the pad strap around and bury it either underneath my body or underneath my pad, I am really, really warm on this. It's a realistic rating. Now check Thermarest itself to get the stats for whatever pad you want by Thermarest, because I found going to somebody who is a vendor who has bought a shipment of these mats, in his literature he will knock grams off and even add a whole 1 rating. Until next time, take care, and take care of each other during these times, and I'll see you out there. Happy trails.